Yeah, my name is Karl Elliott, and I'm an alcohol-free coach.
What inspired you to become a coach?
I quit alcohol 8 years ago, and I'm I always gave back within the community that I was working with, and through that I wanted to take it a little bit further. And the mentor that I had at the time, this year he decided to, or he has been doing coaching, uh, educating coaches. So I got an email which I wouldn't normally have opened up from him because I get emails from him every day, and this one I just happened to open up that said about coaching, and yeah, it were almost like I felt like it'd been sent to me directly. It spoke to me, so yeah, that's the reason why I decided to go into coaching, so that I had some sort of backing behind me, so that when I was inspiring people, then I could make it more of a business as opposed to just inspiring people and they're getting it for no.
Yeah, can you tell me about your journey?
Yeah, so I started drinking when I was around about 13 year old. Um, just the usual stuff, sitting around the parks and that, and seeing my older peers drinking, and they'd go and buy us drinks and stuff like that. And then that just escalated. It was quite a shallow journey that I were on, but by the age of 21, a job that I had at the time, the one of the guys used to take me to the pub on a lunchtime, and when I started with him, I'd have like 1 pint. This were when I was 17 year old. By the time I'd finished that job, I was drinking 3 pints within an hour, and then going back to work, and then on a night I'd continue and go and have a drink afterwards. And then through my 20s, I was in and out of different jobs, and I was working with tradesmen, so like your electricians, your carpenters, and roofers and stuff like that. I did that, and all those guys used to, no matter who I was working with, always used to go to the pub after they'd finished work, and I just got into a routine of going to work and going to the pub. And then in my 30s, it really escalated to a point where I was drinking anything between 12 and 15 pints of lager every single night after work. I could still get up, I could still go to work. I used to at that point I was working on trucks, so I was driving a truck up and down the country, UK, and it just every night I just continued to go to the pub, and yeah, that's where I was at.
How does helping others help your own healing process?
Just that giving back. I think there's we're going through a different stage in our lives, me and my partner at the moment, and I said to her, I said, it's like back then it was a lot of monetary things that I was concentrating on, and I think that's what I were always chasing. I used to work hard, I used to do my best, and it was like I never seemed to be fulfilled. But I go back to two different points in my life. When I was through my 20s, even though I was drinking, I used to do football coaching and helping young kids develop as footballers and coach them on a regular basis. And they were some of my happiest times. And then when I decided to quit alcohol in 2016, helping other people that were on that journey, that were at 3 months where I were at 2.5 years being sober, them looking up to me and me helping them and dragging them along and giving them pointers as to how to navigate this journey, because it's a difficult journey to be on. That fulfilled me. And then I slipped out of that community, and then again I think I fell back into the trying to chase the dream, when I just think that I've done all this self-development as well through the coaching. That the monetary side of it is not where the happiness comes. The happiness comes when you're helping other people.
Yeah.
And when they can turn around to you after a certain point and just say thank you, like that could be like it sounds stupid, but that could be like £1 million bank transfer just going into your bank account when someone says that. It gets you there in your heart, and you feel warm. I'm going tingly now just thinking about it. I think that's what this world needs. It's shifting that focus that monetary things bring you happiness, when actually just offering somebody help or giving something back to somebody can give you more than that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How has working, have you seen people's confidence level rise as you work with them?
Oh yeah, you get that. You get that initially. If they start to break the cycle, and after 30 days you can really see that their confidence is growing. Things that come from that could be like they've started to lose weight, for instance, because you're not consuming as much sugar when you're drinking that, whereas when you're drinking alcohol you are. They start maybe changing their lifestyle, their diet. They start thinking, well, all these positive things are starting to come into my life. They may start doing exercise, get back into something that they did when they were a teen or in the 20s. So yeah, that's where I think you can see the instant positive changes from people, definitely.
What do you do to help your own mental health?
My mental health is running. I go to the gym. My family, my close knit family, and again, it comes down to it's nothing monetary. It's that doesn't, anything monetary doesn't help my mental health, because you're chasing something that doesn't really have a figure on it. Whereas happiness that you get from seeing your children put the sock, like this morning, teaching. I've got twin girls at 3-year-old, and teaching one of them this morning, because she put the socks on the wrong way around, so you know the heel of the sock is at the front over the top of her foot. Teaching her how to do that, and watching the other twin watch me, and then she puts her socks on and she puts them on the right way. Is this the right way, Daddy? And you're just like, that's just magic there. That you can't put money on that. Yeah, so that's where my happiness really comes from. Family, and well, my mental health. Yeah, looking after my family and being supportive to them, and hoping to bring them a better life. Yeah, that's where we're at.
What are some of the things you learned from your daughters?
Things I've learned from my daughters. Well, I've got an older daughter that lives away from me. She's 200 miles away, and during COVID it was difficult because I couldn't go and see her on a regular basis. And I remember the first time that I went back to see her, it was like there were no love loss, there were no resentment from it. It was just Daddy's now able to come and see me, and that goes back, that comes forward really from a couple of weeks ago. I went to see her, and I hadn't been able to get there for a couple of months. I took her out shopping and stuff like that, and the gratitude and love that come from afterwards from her, it just cemented in really that, okay, I might be a distant parent, but she don't love me no less than what she probably loves her mum, who she sees every day, and that's heartwarming to know that I've given them that sense of knowing how to be affectionate and loving and caring towards people. Oh.
How does it feel when you see other people succeed?
I think that goes back to the football thing. It's you feel a sense of pride in it. I tell you a story of one football team that I had, which was my last football team that I coached. The guy that was setting the team up, he almost knocked me over in his works van one day, just to stop and say, "Are you doing any coaching anywhere? Do you want to? I've got a team." And I was like, "Right, okay." I said, "How many players have you got?" And he went, "I've got one player. He's too old for our age group, but he still wants to carry on playing, and he wants to play for the club." And I said to him, "Right, okay, has he got any friends?" And he said, "Well, he's going to bring a few friends to start with." He says, "But you just need to build it around." I had 6 weeks to turn them players around, and we used to get annihilated at football. Every single week we were getting beat 12, 15, 20 goals to, well, we weren't even scoring. And I liken it to the Mighty Ducks. Remember the film back in the 90s, the Mighty Ducks? I likened it to that because we worked hard with that team, and they did really well, and it was the same group of lads. We ended up having 14 lads, and we went through a season without getting a win. It didn't matter. They came every week and they enjoyed it, and they played football and they enjoyed playing for me. And we went into the second season and we did slightly better. And then at the end of that second season, we got invited to a special end of season function that happens for all of the county of Yorkshire where we were. And the only teams that get invited to them are the teams that have won their league, or they've won a cup, and that's the only reason to get there. We got invited. We didn't know why we were going there or what. And at the end of the evening, the very last trophy that got called out, like, we thought, what are we actually doing here? The very last trophy that got called out was the most improved team of the year, and we won that. We were bottom of the bottom league, and all those children that were from deprived, broken homes got to go to a special occasion that they'll probably never ever again have in their lives, and they got to stand up on stage and receive a massive trophy, and all got a medal for it, which I bet some of them still got today, and that were a proud moment. Yeah, that were a really proud moment, that.
Where do you want to see your mission, say, in the next 3 to 5 years?
I think it goes back to just helping that one person, really. That is it. I don't want any massive fame or fortune from it. I'm not an egotistical person. I've realised that that's not something that I want to have as my own value, a core value within me. So my my aim would be to have a business plan that helped other people get on a journey, and for them to turn around like I turned around to my mentor a couple of weeks back and said, thank you for saving my life 8 years ago, because without you I don't know if I would still be here. And to have that recognition, that would, like I said, that would give me, that'd give me more than a huge bank account could ever give me. 3 to 5 years, it would be a nice, successful coaching business, mentoring business, helping people on a longer journey rather than just a short journey of 3 months of trying to get them to break the cycle of alcohol, taking them on a lifestyle change over a year. I think one thing that I have always looked into and thought was some sort of retreat for people to come to. Now, I'm not saying I'm no expert in organising retreats or all like that, but if in 5 years' time I've got to a point where I know enough people that I could rely on to do something like that, just having somewhere where, look, you've managed to get to a year without drinking alcohol, and a little reward would be come and join us for a week in the sun and just enjoy yourselves alcohol free. I'd like to actually give that, I spoke about that to my partner last night. I'd like to give that as a free prize to maybe 1 or 2 people that manage to get to the end of the year, and just say, look, here's an all expenses paid trip, come out to where we live and join us for a week and just enjoy the sun.